night of October 24th, 1916, 10 men representing each of the various factions existing at the time at the University of Nevada and comprising men of all walks of college life, met together with the idea of promoting the common good. The first generation of Coffin and Keys were 10 men from the university who requested permission from the president of the university to form a secret society. These 10 men asked to form the group as a means to uphold tradition and promote school spirit. In the early years, Coffin and Keys did little to involve themselves in school affairs. Instead, they mostly printed jokes and pamphlets. These seriously silly maneuvers were the inclination of a large group of young men fooling around. Beginning in 1916, Coffin and Keys to this day continues their tradition of composing newsletters that consist of controversial opinions on Greek life, different university organizations, and current events. Coffin and Keys became a forum for campus leaders to discuss issues that face the campus. They have been accused of many things throughout their history, but the men of Coffin and Keys remain true to the original aims and goals set forth by their founders almost a century ago.
Hello, welcome to Wolfpack News. My name is Michelle Vernier.
And my name is Monica Zutter.
An incident involving former UNR student Hope Loudon has brought attention on Coffin and Keys and his practices. Loudon told KNPR's State of Nevada that she was leaving the library at the university when she noticed the group. At first, she just noticed they were wearing suits, which, although odd, didn't trigger fear.
Loudon then noticed they were wearing masks and thought that she might be in danger. The men held something black up to her, so she turned down the stairs and ran for help. Turns out, this black item was a flyer for an upcoming event. Here is the footage from this tragic night.
Tragic indeed. Loudon has filed a formal complaint with the university against Coffin and Keys. She stated,
I believe that it represents a tremendous act of insensitivity and profound privilege for them to assume that women and minorities would not be afraid. I think they're quite aware that they impose an intimidating force to women and minorities.
Loudon pointed out that the men wouldn't be allowed to walk around in a bank, a shopping mall, or convenience stores wearing the masks, so why on a college campus?
A member from Coffin and Keys agreed to meet with one of our team members to speak of the incident. Here is the clip.
Last night, we the men at Coffin and Keys attended the Wolf It Down pancake feed to give out handbills to the students that attended the event. We walked through the crowds of people dancing and taking pictures with the students, cheered and led the Nevada chant as the band rallied up attendees for the upcoming home opener, and even gave out handbills to police cadets that were overseeing the night's event. Once we had left the event, we made our way towards the north end of campus to the student union to pass out the remaining handbills. As we approached the Joe Crowley Student Union, we encountered a young female as she was walking towards the parking lot behind the library. Being as friendly as we could without speaking in order to keep our voices concealed, we waved and held up handbills to signal that we were handing them out. We understand that it is human nature to be afraid of things we do not understand. This in turn is why we attend such populated events so people find a safety net within their surrounding environment of other students. The men at Coffin and Keys have not always worn masks. We have concealed our identities for over 50 years due to scrutiny of what people believed of personal biases within our articles. Furthermore, we wear a mask to conceal our identity because we do not seek recognition for our contribution to our beloved university. We believe it is the safest option for our members to move forward to continue to support the university. We have never had an issue with imposters and are not concerned with such things we cannot control. We are not a harmful organization, nor have we had any history of physical or violent acts towards any student. Campus safety is and should be an utmost priority for the administration and student leadership. Our aim and ultimate goal is for the betterment and upbringing of the University of Nevada.
UNR President Mark Johnson referenced the incident in his State of the University address this past September. Here is the clip.
Hello, thanks for coming. I'm President Mark Johnson, and this university stands for inclusiveness, equity, and respect. Related to this, and as an aside, the September 21st, 2015 Time magazine issue addressed anonymous web applications saying, and I quote, "The anonymity of the internet allows our citizens to post the most vile, racist, and hateful thoughts imaginable. It brings out the worst in humans." Plato asks, if we were shielded from the consequences of our actions, how would that change the way we act? Well, we have an unrecognized, anonymous group of students on our campus known as Coffin and Keys, and they have unfortunately provided the answer to Plato's question. While we all value freedom of expression as a foundation of our society, I want to use my free speech rights and make clear that words and actions of groups like Coffin and Keys that scare and denigrate women, members of LGBT community, people of color, and anyone else to whom they feel superior, do not, as they claim, improve the university. Thank you.
Interesting clip.
Absolutely fascinating.
A university spokesperson told KNPR's State of Nevada that shutting it down is not at play here, and they have the constitutional right to assembly. Loudon disagrees with the school stance and believes action is in order.
To this day, there have been no further action taken by the university to prevent this from happening again. Coffin and Keys continues to be around, but are laying low.
That's all for tonight. Thanks for tuning in to Wolfpack News.
So then why do the men of Coffin and Keys keep their veil of secrecy? Because only in darkness can the truth flourish. They have not always stood in the shadows, and their names used to be known by many. But in 1962, the administration decided that it no longer felt comfortable with the power resting in the hands of the student body. Facing expulsion for the criticisms they published in their newsletters, Coffin and Keys decided that their purpose would be better served if they became completely anonymous. And Coffin and Keys' affiliation with the university came to an end after Mark Johnson's speech. Today, Coffin and Keys remains looming in the shadows. They are still watching. They are still listening.